Welcome to Arts Talk TV. We're putting the spotlight on creativity. Hi, I'm Karina Lawrence and welcome to Arts Talk TV. We're here in one of Brisbane's hidden little secret gems. It's a speakeasy style bar called The Tailors. It has a quirky entrance. This relaxed and intimate function and event venue is right next door to the Canvas Club. Associated with 3 different venues to choose from, the interiors of this heritage-listed building have been transformed into a vintage-inspired treasure right in the heart of Woolloongabba. I am thrilled to introduce you to our next guest. She is a dancer, choreographer, artistic director of her very own dance company. Please welcome to the show, Deanna Castellana. Thanks so much for joining us. We're so excited to have you on the show.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
So you come from a family that's related to dance. Your mum is the principal of Promenade Dance Studio and now is the founding director of the Queensland College of Dance. So what was it like growing up in that family environment?
It was all I knew, really.
Yeah.
I started dancing at the age of 2 at a little studio that my mum used to dance at herself.
Wow.
It just became my blood. It became the air that I breathe, and still is. So having a dance family really brought the love of dance into my life, and we've grown to make our dance community a family that we have as well. I think having a family business allows you to see the family side to it. A lot of the kids that we teach are at the studio more than they probably are at home.
It's always a second home, your dance school, isn't it?
It is. So I think having our family part of it makes it family for them, and the love that my mum had for the arts definitely got brought down into our love of the arts.
What was your home life like? Was it?
It's very difficult now to switch off when we're at home from dance. So I've married a director in theatre. My sister's married an exercise scientist who also works at the studio and does a lot of the strength and conditioning program at Queensland College of Dance. So anytime we meet for family dinners, it's always about the studio, which is great because we all have a passion for it, but it's also really hard to switch off. So there's always times that we're trying to better the studio or better the students, and we talk about it all the time. So we have to remind ourselves sometimes when we're on holiday, let's stop talking dance.
Let's go back because you graduated from the Queensland Dance School of Excellence, and you also received a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Dance at the Queensland University, where you worked with the likes of Natalie Ware from Expressions Dance Company, as well as Harold Collins, who's the former artistic director of the Queensland Ballet. What was it like training with those great artists?
It was amazing. I didn't realise at the time who I had working in front of me. And so always upon reflection afterwards, you look back and go, wow, what an opportunity that was. So Natalie Weir taught me a lot about choreography because she allowed us as the dancers to have a voice when choreographing. She kind of told us where to go with the movement and then we created it ourselves. So that kind of really inspired a spark for creativity in me that I didn't know I had. And Harold Collins, being the former artistic director of Queensland Ballet, he was very warm and very humble, but gave us a lot of the technical side. So it was more about classical contemporary style. So each different choreographer I've worked with have really shaped the choreographer and dancer that I became.
You then went on and became a dancer on Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. You expressed that really shaped you and enhanced the commercial side of dance. And what a bonus being able to travel, being paid doing what you loved.
Absolutely.
And you later on became the dance captain.
So it was my 3rd year at uni, which is the uni course that I was doing focused on contemporary dance. And in the 3rd year that I was there, this job opportunity to audition for this company came up, and a lot of my friends were going for it and said, you know, you should come along too. Having grown up within the studio and being versatile and having learnt all the other different genres of dance, I was certainly capable of doing the audition, but didn't know if it was something that I wanted to do. So I kind of stepped into the audition without high expectations, and then it got around to the final 2 girls and the final 3 boys, and I was still there. So went on to do cruise ships for 4 years. But in a way, it almost made me miss the creating side a lot more because I was doing the same show in and out for 8 months at a time, 10 months at a time. So while it was a great experience and I learnt a lot, and having taught at the studio in the lead up to being on cruise ships, it allowed me to be really great at reblocking and really great at picking up detail when it came to correcting the other dancers. So took on the role of dance captain, and I got a lot of leadership skills from that as well, working with a lot of people from around the world who have different ideas about dance than we do here in Australia. So that was a great experience. But then at the end of that time, I did definitely learn that contemporary dance was where my heart was at, and I missed that side of creating that I didn't get to do while I was out at sea.
Your career can pave and wave in so many different forms that you don't even realise or see coming. So it's really important to be open to receive any opportunity.
Absolutely, which is what I try to teach the students that I have, because we get so strung up about what's next and needing to fulfill what's the heart desires right then and there, that they go, this is what I want, this is what I need. And I'm trying to teach them, if you stay versatile and you keep up all the other genres and you've got the technique from, you know, classical ballet, anything can come from that. So open yourself up to every opportunity. You don't know what you're going to like until you try to do it.
Exactly. So let's talk about Queensland College of Dance. You're head of contemporary dance there.
I am.
What really formed that grounding for you?
I think having started Merge Dance Theatre and realising that there was a hole in the training for students to have the opportunity to create contemporary dance, and to be successful in the contemporary dance industry, you need to be able to create as well as be a beautiful technician. And so there was that hole that wasn't there for dancers to be able to have the time to do the creating side, which is kind of where Merge came in as well. So I just said to Rosanna, my mum, I'd love to take hold of this baby and nurture it into something that can create both contemporary dancers and contemporary choreographers. So the whole being that dance studios don't have the class time to be able to teach students how to create. We can shape an artist to be either a dancer or a choreographer.
You've got many students that have received some phenomenal results, both here in Australia and then international. Tell us about the experiences that open up to your students.
I guess one beautiful thing about dance is that it's appreciated all around the world. So it's a universal language, and what I love about it is these competitions like Alana Haynes or the Prix de Lausanne, we went with one of our students in Switzerland. It gives you the opportunity to meet together with all different artists and all different dancers from around the world. It happens to be a competition, and at the end of the day there has to be a winner, but I don't think that's the main focus, and it certainly isn't our focus when we're training our students. It just gives them the opportunity to dance in front of a broader audience and be recognised.
Towards something, exactly.
A goal,
And also some of these events can actually open up scholarships and things like that. So it's a great opportunity literally to be seen.
To be seen, and I think that's sometimes more important than the winning. The training to get to that point steps up, and there's a goal to set yourself to push a little bit harder.
So the college offers accredited or non-accredited courses, not just in the contemporary or the classical ballet side of things, but also in commercial dance as well.
Yes, and musical theatre. So we've got classical ballet, contemporary dance, commercial dance and musical theatre all at the college. We offer a Cert 3, a Cert 4, a Diploma of Dance and an Advanced Diploma of Dance. And they can be tailored around the student to work around their schooling or their work to achieve whatever degree they would like to add on to the training. It's always nice to have acknowledgement for the work you've put in for that particular year. So getting a degree out of it is a bonus and not hard to achieve. The way that we structure the weekly timetable, they get time to work on the studies as well as the dance.
You choreographed Spring Awakening for NIDA. Was that during your studies or afterwards?
It was after my studies. It was the first musical that I had choreographed. It was a new experience because I was working with non-dancers. Being that it was NIDA and they had actors working with the directors, I had the director come up to me and say, I need some movement-based material to enhance the storyline. Say Mama's leg and coordination and moving props while delivering lines was kind of the basis of what my choreography formed. But it was great because I then did a few more musicals after that. So I had an insight into a different world of still storytelling, which is what contemporary dance is, but working with different artists at the same time.
Is that where you met your husband, Tim?
He was at NIDA at the time doing his directing masters.
Yep.
We did meet in the dance industry. His sisters run a dance studio.
Okay.
And his brother is an actor in the industry as well.
And he works at the college as well, heads the performing arts side of things
He
more
does.
so. He directed Rent at QPAC,
Yes.
as well as Wicked at Hotter.
Yeah, so we've got Jackie Devereaux, who
Yep.
works alongside Tim Hill, which is my
Yep.
husband. So he's the directing side, and Jackie works on a lot of the singing
Yep.
and vocals for the musical theatre department.
Now the college, the facilities are fantastic. You've
Yeah.
got 6 state-of-the-art studios, I believe.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We run a lot of in-house performances as well, so
Oh, wow.
the venue has the opportunity to open up and have seating, and we've got some lighting and curtains, so beautiful sound board as well, so it just allows for growth at the college, where we can train students to not only be dancers but performers as
Yeah.
well.
You're obviously very passionate about the development and education and creating opportunities that support the creative arts industry. You became the artistic director of Merge Dance Theatre.
Correct.
Great name.
Yes, thank you.
Which is a youth contemporary based company designed to bridge the gap between dance studios and professional companies.
Yes. This is our 8th year of
Wow.
running.
Okay.
And the very first year I had students who were very talented in contemporary dance and wanted to take it a little bit further, and asked me the question, simply said, how do we take our contemporary dance further? What can we do to help that? Learning skills on the basis of how do I create
Yeah.
will allow that to blossom a bit further.
Absolutely.
So it's all easy to put on music and then just start
Yeah.
dancing, but
Yeah.
if there is a day that you don't feel creative, or there is
Or you
an
are
emotional
struggling.
mood,
Exactly.
that's
Yeah.
stopping that creating process. My job through Merge Dance Theatre is teaching students how to overcome those blockages.
Wonderful.
Or give them tools to create so that they can come up with movement that might be inspired by different things. So
Right.
it's giving them the tools to be able to do that. And I think, as we said before, with having goals and setting goals to achieve a particular thing. So
Yeah.
the goal for us is to reach the performance come October. And a part of that process is them taking ownership of the choreography that they've created up to that point, and being proud to showcase it to an audience. So
Sure.
yeah, it gives them that beautiful goal, and then the reward at the end is having audience appreciate it.
Okay, so your Merge Dance company is audition only.
Yes, it is.
And you have training programs, so you offer training for juniors 9 to 11 years, as well as the intermediates, which is 12 to 14 years, and then ultimately the company members are of senior age.
That's correct. The direction in the senior age company is to get them to that professional level.
Understand, yeah. Through the creative process, I know a passion for you too is to implement, helping them understand identity through dance and through the creativity choreography. Take us through that experience a little bit.
Sure. I guess growing up in a dance studio, we are told how to look and how to perform, because in a classroom environment we all have a goal to do an exam or a concert or a competition, as we said
Yeah.
before, so we're all trained to look a particular way when we dance.
Yes.
But within Merge Dance Theatre we are training individuals to look like individuals and
So
to have their
really
own
embrace
voice.
their authenticity.
Totally, because it gives them an identity to then take on further beyond just the merge environment. So we don't want to say this is how you have to
Yeah.
look. It's what kind of style do you like that you want to take on board. I'll nurture that, and then it will lead into a particular contemporary pathway.
I think too it enhances the opportunity that everybody has their own niche.
You do.
And hopefully encourages people to realise that there is a place for everybody.
Absolutely. I had a voice at a young age that was a bit different with dance. I loved choreography.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy school. I think
Sure.
I probably wanted to create from the very beginning, and it was a stifling environment for me personally.
I can relate.
Yeah, I think a lot of dancers can.
Yeah.
And so I think the creating in me was always there, and when I was able to explore that, I felt like a different person. And I
Yeah.
still do now when I'm choreographing.
Yeah.
It takes me into another world, another space. And I think if I can allow students to have that same safe space and that joy of tapping into something that's unique to them, then I've done my job. I don't think my goal, or any artist's goal, is to have everyone like what they do.
Yeah.
It's, to me personally, it's not important.
Yeah.
Obviously we'd all like to be liked.
Yeah.
It's a human
Yeah.
trait, but I think if you come to a show and there is a topic that sparks conversation and you go away from the show and you talk about it,
You've done your job.
You've done your job.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't feel anything, then I have not accomplished what I set out to achieve.
In 2018, you were nominated for an Australian Dance Award, an outstanding achievement in youth dance with the Merge Dance Company. That's quite the honour.
It was unexpected. I literally got a letter in the mail.
Wow.
And it was very special. It was just a bit of recognition for the work that the students and I had done in that particular year. And it reminded me that the work that I'm doing is special, and not just the production side, but the whole process side. So it's something that you get nominated for after someone's seen your work.
Wonderful.
And then it's just recognition for what you've done, which is always lovely in the arts. We
Absolutely.
don't always get that.
And I think for you personally too, it probably makes you realise I'm on the right course.
Track. Yeah.
And then recently you were awarded the Choreographic Award in the RAD Advanced 1 Bursary Competition.
Another recognition that I was very thankful for. When you put a piece of choreography on somebody else, you are pouring a little bit of yourself into that person, and it's very special because they take ownership of it. And the students that I worked with the Advanced 1 bursaries are all of a more mature age and standard, and I was able to really give them difficult choreography that I probably wouldn't have given to a younger person. So again, having that recognition for pouring yourself into something is always lovely. You know, artists give so much of themselves.
So true.
It's nice to have something come back.
You know, the arts is inclusive of everybody. We need each other. We need the production, the set design, the costuming, the musicality, the music, the lighting, everything creates a performance, which enhances every artist that has put their two bobs worth in ultimately to get it.
And I always stress to my students that this show does not go on without those people.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, sometimes they may want to go into that field as well. So when we do a show, I give the students ownership of things like, you know, props. You need to know where they are, you need to set them up. I give them ownership of talking to the lighting designer or talking to the stage manager. Just tapping into those different fields.
Wonderful.
One, to appreciate them because the show doesn't go on without them. And two, because it could be a field one day that they want to delve into. Transition. There's so much involved in the arts. It doesn't have to just be a professional dancer. If it is, great, but if it's not, there's so many other avenues that you can tap into. So why can't the backup plan be something within the arts?
Absolutely, or anything creative. Whether it's costume design or makeup or
hair.
The other thing that I wanted to touch base that you were talking with me about is the development of not just live theatre that you offer, but also the projects behind the filming and creating a polished film project as well.
So our head of commercial dance, Adam Robbins, is very talented when it comes to putting film clips together. As part of a project within the college, we have a unit where we do film. So the students learn a dance segment and it's presented as a film clip. So it's the whole process from hair and makeup to the full day of shooting into the night, smoke machines, lighting, learning
on set, literally.
On set, you know, take 2, take 3, take 4, take 50.
One more time.
Exactly. The kids are tired by the end, but then they see the end product and they go, wow, it's
worth
a different, it's totally worth it. But also to see that dance doesn't just have to be live on the spot. It can be something that leads into things like film clips. So it's giving them the skills to learn how to adapt in that different environment.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, so we have a little segment on Arts Talk TV called the Shutter Speed Challenge.
Ooh.
Something tells me you'll be quite good at it.
Great.
You're up for it?
Do I have to dance?
No.
No.
Well, you can in your brain.
Okay.
In your head, as we do. All right, so just whatever pops into your head. Okay, so last song you listened to?
Oh, Max Richter, Spring, Vivaldi.
Okay, what's your favourite thing about being creative?
Oh, it's an outlet to be weird.
I like it. Person you'd most like to meet? Tick, 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 tick.
Oh, Mona Lisa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What would you ask her?
What was the face? What was the expression?
Last piece of art that really affected you?
Apart from the Mona Lisa, I love Banksy's work. He's quite new. There was a piece that he did called Love is in the bin or something, and
Okay.
it was an artwork where it got auctioned, and as it got sold for auction, it self-destructed, and so half the art actually malfunctioned, so half the art got destroyed and the other half was still in the frame.
If you had to label creativity with a colour,
Oof.
what colour would you choose?
I'm going to say red because merge is red and it's vibrant, and it's just the passion of creativity that I have just has a red feeling to it, but obviously if I had a choice, it would be every colour.
Rainbow.
Because every bit of
Yeah.
colour that you can throw into
Yeah.
creativity makes it special.
What would you miss most about the arts?
Oh. What wouldn't you miss about the arts?
Everything.
Everything. I don't
Yeah.
think there's one thing that you could say you would miss. I think it's all the starting point and the finishing point are both, and everything in between is something I would miss. But
Yeah.
art,
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
What's on your bedside table?
Baby things, a spot book,
Yeah.
a Where is the Green Sheep book, a water bottle, a lamp, and a tissue box.
Okay, what chore do you most dislike doing?
Ironing. I've not done it since I've left home. Mum made me do it as a child growing up, and I've not touched an iron since I have left home.
In one word, what does the arts mean to you?
Love.
That was easy and
So
effortless,
easy.
wasn't it?
It's everything about me as a human, and
love that.
who I am is art. So
And that you
it's
get
the
to
love.
share it.
And other people get to love it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Deanna, it has been wonderful sitting across, learning of your journey, getting to
you.
know you, aligning and enhancing myself with that inspiration of creativity. Thank you
for
so
having
much.
me.
Absolute pleasure.
And being able to tap into why I love it again,
Yeah.
which is so nice to be reminded.
And I think your students are very, very lucky to have you in
you,
their
Marianne.
corner.
I appreciate it.
We hope you've enjoyed the episode. We look forward to catching you next time.